Hi everyone and welcome back. Now there's a box down here with carbs in it. That's the new carbs for this bike. Still haven't got the exhaust done. So I've got a couple of things I need to do today. But today a bit of focus on this bad boy. Now it'd be tempting to put these in. They're a bit of a faff to get them in up here. They are a bit of a faff. It'd be tempting to put them in with nothing attached, fire it up and see how it goes. I've come to the decision that no, I'm not going to do that, and it's simply because they're going in no matter what. I'm going to set them up. I'm going to set up the choke cable. I'm going to do it no matter what, and I'm going to set it up no matter what. Even if it's running bad, it's going to be sold eventually as a not great running bike. It just needs to be MOTable. It needs to be safe, and it needs to be doing something. The truth is, on these carbs here, it runs and rides beautifully anyway. It's just the idle fluctuation that bugged me. So yes, they're going on. They're going to be set up properly, and so on. If you do get a new set of carbs, you should assume the balance is on. I think the balance should be on, although it doesn't hurt to redo the balance. But the air fuel screws down here, you should reset. Can you see them there? They've got green paint on them. Now maybe the green paint is to show that they've done something, but actually they haven't. I'm going to put them all the way in, and when you seat air fuel screws, you are gentle. You seat them gently. If you force them, it's over. You seat them gently. Once they stop turning in, you turn them out and you count your screws. 2.5 should be the ideal setting for this, but they're accessible if not. So I'm going to go 2.5 out, and then I'm going to leave it alone. I could chuck it. I could keep the tank off and chuck it on the small tank and see if the balance needs anything doing, but I don't think it does. I think it should be fine out the box, and we'll know by the way it runs and rides and idles. So that's my first task today. Second task is to finish the exhaust, get the exhaust on and get it seated and gummed and done. And third task maybe would be getting the fuel system sealed. I bought loads of clips to get it sealed on the CB just to see how that's running and riding with proper fueling. So lots to do. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get done. First things first, let's get the carbs on and seated, because it's a right faff on this bike, and even then it's a bit of a battle to get this one on this carb boot on properly from the airbox. All right, let's get the tank off. Let's hammer away. So them new carbs are on and sealed, and it's all connected up. By the way, the air fuel mixture screw, one was 3.5 out and one was 2 out. So lucky you checked them. It is best to check them. Remember, what I think the failing of this was, someone shoved a bigger screw in there. That one was bigger than that one. They shoved it in. It got stuck. That ruined this whole set of carbs. I think I have a horrible feeling we're going to have the same symptoms. In my head, there's something. And it could be an air leak in the airbox somewhere or something, because you just can't get to it or see it. I just have this horrible feeling it's probably a similar thing. But saying that, it also may not be. That could be me being pessimistic. So I do need to get that second end can on, otherwise it's going to sound ridiculous. So I'm going to do that now. It needs a good bit of gum. I was trying to think of what I can use. I need something quite thin. All the shims it's got work, and then it needs a very thin layer on the end, because the clamp just doesn't quite get it low enough, which is a bit of a shame. I was wondering if tin foil would work, but I have a feeling it wouldn't. You know, wrapping a bit of tin foil. So that's the original. They're the slots for the clamp. Oh, there's only one. Maybe then, I know, I need a second slot. No wonder it's not clamping. I think I'm going to put a second slit in that then. And then I was wondering, I mean, I can use gum, and I've got the spacers somewhere. There they are. Oh, the spacers. And that takes it down, you know, quite far. Look, that takes it down to that. And then the problem was the actual thing isn't really clamping. So the exhaust is on. I'm still not over worried about how it looks. It makes the bike sound a bit better. There is always the option of buying a second one and pulling it above. probably not going to do that. It's going to be a cheap enough bike, not to worry about it. I have to thank Gary for leaving his gum here. The amount of times Gary leaves things and I borrow them forever. I will of course replenish that though. Bike's ready for some sort of fire up, so let me throw the tank back on, get them carbs filled with fuel. It came with a cheap inline filter. I don't think I'm going to use that. I've got some slightly better ones, but it being a free-flowing tank, I'm in two minds. It's not that rusty on the inside. Maybe I should. No, let's just run it without for now. No point adding anything to the equation. Let's see what we've got and what we're doing. At this stage, I'm checking everything, throttle cables. That's returning well, good. And everything's nipped and tucked and bolted. Idle won't be set, so I'll set that once it's a bit warmer. Yeah, that's it. Keys in. Let me chuck the fuel tank on and then we'll go for first fire up. I think we'll know quite quickly, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whether it's doing the same thing, whether it's kind of doing that air thing. I was just thinking, when you've done a big change to a bike, valves, oil seals, blah blah blah, new carbs, the anticipation you get for startup is unbelievable. I don't know what to expect.
A few moments later.
So I need to give it a couple of minutes. It's not warm yet, so it's hard to tell. Any burning on the exhaust right now is gum. We need to give it a couple of minutes to warm up before we know if it's fluctuating or not. At the moment, the choke is half and half. It's half on, half not. We'll know how smooth it is now at this lower idle. So the lower idle will tell us if it's fluctuating much. Feels absolutely great. I'm sure, I have no doubt we've solved our issues. So happy with that. Honestly, I'm going to celebrate by getting a Pepsi Max. So before I just start piecing this back together, I just want to do something basic, right? And I can still see bits of overspray in places. There's some on this lead, for example. Oh, that's the Speedo drive. So is that the Speedo? Yes, so I need a new one. Where's that go into though? Right, I need to work that out. Bits of overspray, there's some still in here, look, really hard to get to this one. I'm going to use carb cleaner, see if I can get a scotch pad in there. Just tiny bits of overspray still, nothing major. Look there, bit on the engine. Oh, look, bottom of the tank. So now I'm just going to go harsh on it and get them little bits done, because they should be really, and then I'm going to be piecing it back together properly. Oh, but that's annoying. Speedo cable, I didn't even notice. Where's that going to? What am I missing? I've had this engine apart, I know. Has that been hanging the whole time? Ah, here, look. Alright, well that snapped, obviously. So we need a new Speedo cable. We'll get one ordered, not the end of the world. It's quite accessible as well, look. So the moped's gone. That's good, she's very happy. She's surprised that we don't charge. I still say we, even when I'm here on my own. We don't charge. You know, it's what the channel's about, really. We don't charge. Lucky enough, you guys watch and comment and subscribe, and that pays about $150 a month at the moment, a bit less, $130, $140, and that helps with all of this stuff. She bought the parts, I chucked it on. She was very happy. She's very happy, and she liked that it looked stunning. It looked new again, and it did. And that's why you polish and wax and do everything else to help people out. This is coming together nicely. It's never going to be the best looking bike in the world, but wow, look where it's come from to where it is for the price. I'm sure I bought a new horn for this. There must be one in there. It probably goes up in here. There's a bolt there, look. So I'm sure there's a horn somewhere. We need to get these side panels on. I think they're black or silver, I'm not sure. I'm just kind of bolting the back end back together right now so that it's functional. I've done a lot today. I've stayed here longer than I normally would. What time is it? Wow. But actually it's been nice weather, so why not? Let me get the seat bolted down, the tank bolted here, and if I can find the horn, put it on, and then I'll do a pre-MOT check, because it's potentially MOTable on Saturday, and that would be pretty cool actually if we can get it through an MOT. Then I'd just wait for this. I should order that now actually. I'm going to get online, see if I can find that now, the Speedo cable, because actually it doesn't need it for MOT. Your bikes don't need functioning Speedos for MOT, guys, just in case anyone was wondering. You don't need any Speedo at all for MOT. But let me order that now in case they get it sent out today.